Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Again, you will see we are three, but we have a new face this week. For many of you will know who is this. So first of all, I will introduce, of course, Ganga, Lady G. Thank you so much for being here, and we
Thank you
also
for inviting
are
me.
no problem, no problem. We are also guested by Johnie from Tarot's Apprentice. So welcome, welcome, and he is a welcome addition to the show. So we're going to have the benefit of his gifts and talents this evening. Action-packed show. We've got about 7 questions to get through, and we're also going to try and do some one-card pulls for you guys. So later on in the show, I'm going to ask you guys for questions, and then we're literally going to pull 1 card each, and we're going to do like these flash pulls, which we love, and Ganga absolutely adores. I love them as well, and it's going to be the combination of America and international questions as well. I just want to say as well, I always keep forgetting, so don't forget to like and subscribe and all of that kind of stuff. And also, if any of you would like consultations from either myself or Lady G or Johnie, their description links are in the video below, as well as my website as well, thearchetypalblueprint.com. Many of you are here piling in, so thank you so much. Welcome everyone to the show. Thanks so much for the support. Saturdays are busy days, as we know. Everyone's putting out their videos, of course, and which is a great thing. So, shall we begin in earnest? We've got lots of questions to get through. Let's just dive in. All right. So, first question. Out of the 7, and we'll see if we can squeeze in more. Now, Lady G and I, we sort of ended with answering a question. You remember last Saturday, and someone was asking about Duck L'Orange, Donald Trump, and his potential helping of DeSantis to get over the line using the FBI. Yeah. And it so struck me, I just thought, my God, we have to ask this question again. So for anyone who's not sure, there was an electoral race in 2018, I think it was, which was a very, very close run thing. DeSantis won, but only just. Duck L'Orange, who, of course, for him, lying is like breathing, has recently said that he asked the FBI to step in and halt the count. Now, look, this could be a wild conspiracy theory, but it just had this twang, and I just want us to read on it again, because in 2018, we were none the wiser, weren't we? And we know that there were rogue actors. So the question is, again, is Duck L'Orange telling the truth? Did he help DeSantis get over the line? I know you guys might think it's a conspiracy theory or whatever, but we just have to go there. Anyway, so let's begin. That's the question. What card am I using? Number 1. Come on. So the way it normally works, Johnie, whoever's ready to go first, they can go. They can just declare. Duck L'Orange. Ooh, look at that. 2 jumpers already. Ooh, interesting. All right, let's just put those back in. Make sure I've got the deck the right way up. Right. Did Duck L'Orange help DeSantis get over the line by stopping the count in 2018 while he had the full power of the presidency and the world was none the wiser to his insiders and shenanigans? Because we know he's got some of their secret service. Johnie, are you ready to go, or Lady G?
I got no. It's the Moon and the 7 of Cups. There's something in his mind. I mean, well, nothing good, but there's something in his mind with the Moon and the 7 of Cups. where he thinks he may be more important than he was at the time. Again, I always call him he's a Sharpie. That's all he was. He was just there to sign things. And then the Knight of Cups. I think this is more of an image thing. He wanted to appear powerful and needed, but no.
Anything else?
That's it.
Interessante. I'm going to fling. Oh, look at this. Okay. Lady G, do you have... do you have any... what are your cards saying?
Okay, well, in the center of it, now I'm doing it a little different this time. We have the aspects and we have some light being shown on something new that we are asking with this. Going into it, we see the justice cutting the justice. And we have this attempt to hold on being eaten away with, again, this holding on and this attempted at persecution. So, yeah, it's kind of looking like maybe he thinks he did, okay? Maybe he thinks he did, but I don't think they actually followed through on it.
Ah, that's quite interesting.
Go down there and do that. Yeah, okay, boss, we're going to go do that.
That's quite interesting. Yeah, that's quite interesting because we know with Dr. Larange, he made many requests that were not basically acted on upon, because they're just too crazy. Let's just see. We've also got healing mediums here. Hello there, Kevin. So Kevin's having a little ramage in the chat, saying hello to some folks. And he's going to be on next Wednesday, by the way. So Kevin and I will be collaborating again on my channel here. All right, let's see. This is what I've got. So I'm taking both of your cards into account, and let's just take a look. So here, the first card I get here is the Death card, which is not particularly auspicious, in regards to the question. So this would be kind of like, maybe Dr. Larange wanted to kind of look, the way I see this, maybe this is his motivation, He wants to bring the end of DeSantis.
Right.
So whether or not he's telling the truth or whatever, the whole point is that I think he would rather see DeSantis out of the way because Dr. Larange has to have the attention. In the obstacle position, look, I get the Temperance card, so another major arcana. But when it comes in the obstacle position, this can speak of a lack of chemistry. Normally, the Temperance card is about, goodwill, chemistry, things working out. So it's almost like, the way I interpret this, it's almost like Dr. Larange is trying to concoct a death potion for DeSantis. Wouldn't you agree? Death and someone mixing something. So it's almost like he's stirring, he's stirring the pot. Look who he comes out with, Page of Cups, who as everyone knows, I refer to as Stinky Fish. So it's about a message, coming out with a slightly dodgy, not so great message. So when we look at this, it looks like he's trying to come out with something, concoct something to derail DeSantis's, rise. Then we see the Judgment card come out. So I also think as well, this is also the recent turn of events, and we'll look at it probably towards one of the end questions where Merrick Garland has just, upped the ante a little bit. Some people say some people are not pleased, but he's announced a new special counsel, and we'll look at that. So we've got the Judgment card turning up. And then here, the outcome card here is the Six of Cups reversed. And so this can really refer to this kind of almost kind of childishness, this not wanting to let go of the past. Dr. Larange does not want to accept that he lost. So when I put that all together, it looks like he's trying to concoct a death potion for DeSantis. He fears the new judgment of the DOJ, and he's desperately clinging to the past. Anything else the two of you would like to add to that before we move on?
No,
No?
Looks good to me.
Mhm.
Pretty straightforward. The guys are like, yeah, done. All right, let me just get my pen. I always put everything in my book, the questions. So let's just put a line through that one. Okay, so question number 2. And so, what have I put here? Okay. Oh, here we are. I put here UK recession plus potential blackouts planned in January and February. So some people have asked about the UK economy and they want an update. And my update is this: we're screwed. It is not looking good, guys. It's just not looking good. We've recently had the autumn budget, which has just been a grim story from start to finish. We had this black hole to fill in, which is £54 billion, which has required extra tax rises and austerity. Basically, this is austerity 0.2. And now they're saying we could potentially have blackouts in the UK in the deepest, darkest months between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. If that happens, guys, I'm going to be moving to another country for 3 months because I need my internet and I do a lot of consultations and I can't be not seeing clients because there's no electric. Do you get what I mean? It's just not going to happen. So the question here is, what lies in store for the UK? And I'm going to use Lena's deck on this one. What lies in store for the UK economically? And while we're shuffling, please shuffle. I'm looking at some comments as well. Make sure I've got the cards the right way up. What is in store? Anyway, all right, I've looked at the cards. Let's see who's here. So Grandmadame Tarot says, hello, Hogarth, Lady G, and Johnie. Hello, thank you so much for joining us. Let's see who else is here. This is people saying hello to each other in the chat, which is a life of its own. Let's see here. So here. Who's ready to go? Johnie, you ready to go, or Lady G?
Beauty before beast.
Okay, thank you. Were you talking about Hogarth or myself?
You.
Oh.
Just clarifying here a little bit. Okay. So what I have underneath of it is a deception that they're rapidly moving with, but light on it, that's going to come to an end, okay? So whatever kind of hokey doke they're trying to pull, because in the center of it, we have surrendering into justice, okay? Looking deeper at the situation and talking about it, going into it, we have a victory, and there will be some sort of an offering made.
Ooh, that's quite interesting. So maybe not too disastrous then. Maybe
not. If the cards are right here, it looks like something's going to turn around somewhere.
Johnie, what do you have?
I agree. There is 6 swords. There's some trouble transitions. This is a forward-moving card, though. But you do have to get through the storm to get to the calmer water part. And the 6 swords are the baggage that you carry. And so you are still going to have issues even when you get into the clearing. But that's to be expected. This is a whole United Kingdom trying to run here. So it's not so easy. But as Ganga says, with the offers here, Ace of Pentacles and the Sun, there's some success around it. The problem comes in with the minds and the powers that be need to be on the same page. And so you have the Three of Wands. So there's anticipation and things are coming forward. They're moving forward. There are things that are coming at you that you need to deal with. And the Queen of Wands, there are some actions that need to be supported. There's some actions that need to be taken. There's some organization. Queen of Wands is a great go-getter and do-gooder, but she's not the most organized person in the world. And so there is some stuff there is some stuff that needs to be in column A, column B, column C that's supposed to be there. So this will work if they can get on the same page, but there is some transition. Troubled transition is still a transition. So we are moving forward into a better spot, but you're going to have to go through the ugly parts first.
Oh my God. All right. Well, here's my cards. And as usual, they're rather dramatic. So I'm using Lena's cards here from the One World Tarot to read on the UK. Now, this is quite interesting. So the first card I get here is the Sun. Yeah, now the Sun is about what renewals, new beginnings, enlightenment, and all this kind of stuff. Seems like a very optimistic card, doesn't it? What I would say is the way the Sun is meaning here, because it means what? Full disclosure. Yeah, everything is out. So basically, Jeremy Hunt, who is the new Chancellor, and as you know, we've had several, we've had, so many prime ministers, chancellors, and what have you. Jeremy Hunt has basically just come out and he's just said, this is going to be painful, guys. He said, we're going to have eye-watering decisions need to be made about the UK economy. So they're not lying about it. They're just bringing it out. Basically, it's austerity point 2. Yeah. What's the obstacle card? Look, we've got the Knight of Swords here, charging forward and stuff like that. We all know that so-called mini budget absolutely tanked the UK economy. Yeah, it just chopped it to bits. Here is almost like Liz Turd, yeah, and Kwasi Kwarteng charging onto the world stage. We've cut taxes for everyone, cut taxes for the rich, growth, 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 and it was all BS, yeah? What happened? The global market tanked, yeah, the devil card. It did not have the best motivations. It really didn't. It was extremely dodgy, and it did tremendous damage. It was toxic, and the pound plunged, and everyone's mortgage rates have now gone up, and we've now got this $54 billion, pound hole to fill. So now what's going on? Everyone's trying to do their magic tricks, yeah? The magician. So here is Rishi Sunak, yeah, and Jeremy Hunt trying to do their best in regards to the economy. But look, the outcome card is the Fool. Oh dear. So it could be, look, either this is a great leap of faith in the UK economy that will bounce back, or we're going to plunge down the cliff to our ruin, yeah? We will have to see which way it plays out, but it also smacks a little bit of naivety, and I think it may not necessarily bring the growth that we would like because everything is all going down at the same time. So I hope it's a fresh new start. I look at it optimistically, but given that the Devil card is also in there in the middle, yeah, in the middle, it shows sketchy.
It could be a bit of a devil's bargain, huh?
Yeah.
That offering that I had at the end.
Absolutely.
Somebody's asking for Shakespeare on this one.
All right, let's do a bit of Shakespeare. I was going to bring it in on question 3, but let's do a bit of Shakespeare for the UK economy.
I'll let Johnny go for it.
So let's see. Okay. Oh my God. Let's see what the Bard has to say. Okay, maybe about Jeremy Hunt, because he's the Chancellor in charge of the economy. Yeah? All right, let's see. All right, so Johnny, you just tell me when to stop, and I will stop at a certain point.
Okay, stop now.
All right. Oh, my God. All right. Oh, my God. Okay, it says here, a friend like thee might bear my soul to hell. Oh, my God. And
That was the double one-song.
And look at that. It's the flying bat. Look at that. Someone on it. Let's see what the other page says. It says, "O faithless coward, O dishonest wretch, will thou be made a man cut out of my vice." Oh my gosh. But yeah, going from 12th night, a friend like the is what the bar has to say. UK, of course, not looking good, you see. Oh well, never mind. All right, let's move on to anything to add to that before we move on. Yeah, we good? All right, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, let's talk about Elon Muskrat. Okay, we need to talk about Elon Muskrat. So here, what have I put here? Now we know Twitter is in a bit of a bad position. Yeah. So recently, now to put everyone up to speed, he sacked about half of his staff a couple of days ago or so. Yeah. Then he wrote another email for the few staff that were left and said, right, if you don't sign up to this extremely hard-working and fast-paced agenda, where no one's going to get any rest, basically, by 5 p.m. today, then you can consider yourself sacked with severance pay. Yeah, obviously they call this guy a genius. He's obviously not that bright. Do you know what happened?
Yeah.
75% of the staff that were left went. And someone tweeted and they said, since Elon Musk has taken over, the staff here at Twitter has now fallen by 88%. He even sacked the engineers. This is supposed to be a genius, yeah? Right, he's not a genius. So anyway, so I put here, so there was the loyalty oath, long hours, high intensity, and it backfired. So what do the cards have to say about him now and the future of Twitter? And I'm going to use the Rider-Waite cards. We are joined by 899 of you so far, so thank you guys so much. 900.
Bless his heart.
Which is Southern for
that boy ain't right.
Elon Muskrat. And we'll do some Shakespeare on him as well. I think the bard needs to speak on this man. Elon Muskrat. What is left in store for Elon Muskrat and Twitter? I mean, this has to be one of the most extraordinary self-sabotaging moves ever. I mean, really, ever. It's almost tragic. My personal belief, and again, for entertainment purposes only, I actually believe he's having a nervous breakdown. I actually believe he's having a nervous breakdown. Or he's manic depressive and he's gone into a mania and now this is the come down.
There's your nervous breakdown.
Ready to go? Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Anyway, who's ready to go? Johnie? Or Lady G? All right, go for it.
So what we have going into it, he thought this was a power move. Now I've done a reading on it before, when he was making the negotiations to buy it, and the reading came out, it's going to go the way of Truth Social. So he thought he was going to make a power move. What we have into the center of it is his potentials were delusional. It's coming to the death knell. And so he's trying to juggle things as well as he can. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Johnie, what do you have?
King of Swords. This is the one who lives in his head. I think in here it worked. Out here it's not. And in here it was more of analytics and the growth here. But he's not a person. He doesn't operates, he doesn't run Tesla. He doesn't run PayPal. He should not be running Twitter. You can be the figurehead. You can go and you can make a analytical move, but do not do the people move, because you're not on the same page as them. You named your child after an alphabet. This is not what real people do. So this is something different. There is your worry, your anxiety, your nervous breakdown, and it centers around the lover. So the people that are supposed to be on the same page as him. Now, mind you, he also fired some very important people who were keeping Twitter legally afloat. And so there was some anxiety around that too. His word of warning is the Nine of Cups. Again, this is the wishful thinking. This is some fantasy thinking. This is the stuff you want. I think this is a rich boy and his toy, and it's now breaking, and he doesn't know what to do. And like all of them do, they go and buy something, they play with it, they put it down. This is a little harder to just put down because it costs $55 billion. So you might want to think about this a little bit more. But it ends in the Five of Wands. What's going on for Twitter and Elon in the future? Nothing but conflict, because he does not realize here with the Emperor, he doesn't know what he's doing. Again, it worked in here, but not out here.
Wow.
He's not realizing it.
Remarkable. And I just want to say a thank you to Carol Lamb. She says, Hogarth, come to the US. You have many fans / clients who could put you up for a week. Just think of the fun you would have. Thanks so much for that. Since basically the Democrats have managed to hold on to the Senate, I can now consider that as a more plausible option. Well, let's still have to see what douchebaggery the Republicans have up their sleeve. Obviously, they're going to be doing Hunter Biden, this, that.
That's their answer to everything. Hunter Biden's laptop.
Exactly, the laptop. So we know we're going to get all of this, and they're still going to try and go for the Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, they're still going to try and go for the Handmaid's Tale, but they are severely weakened. And if investigations happen, they could, one or two or maybe more could be peeled off, and it will all change again. So yes, I would certainly consider a return to the States, because I feel the timelines have shifted. All right, what do I have here for Elon Musk rats? Yeah, here we are. So to open it up, look at this. I mean, how perfect. Two of Pentacles. He is juggling like anything on the choppy seas, trying to work out the money and everything. Not even allegedly, he's using money from Tesla to buy advertising on Twitter to try and keep Twitter afloat. I mean, that's robbing Peter to feed Paul. Yeah. It's just ridiculous that he's done this in a matter of weeks. It's not even a month. I mean, it's going the way of Liz Truss. Yeah, I mean, it really is. I mean, a lettuce may last longer than Twitter at this moment. So here he is with the choppy waters. You can see the waters in the background, desperately trying to juggle, keep everything afloat, manipulate things, and all of that kind of stuff. And we've just been joined by 1,000 people. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. But look what comes in the obstacle position.
Oh,
very interesting. The Magician. Now, this can be a very powerful card. It can, of course, mean using every power at one's disposal, mastery, etc., etc. It can also do with manipulation. Here, but this came out first. This has come in the obstacle. Elon is trying his best to pull all the levers, send all these emails, stay with me or not, trying to prove to everyone that he's the magician, and no one is buying it. He put out that big email yesterday or the day before saying, if you don't stay by 5 p.m. and 75% took their severance. So for me, that is a big, where's my little, what is this? I think it's one of these things. It's obviously a, yeah, really not worked out. His message was not received well. Look, stinky fish back. They went, ugh. No, I'd rather take severance. See you later. So now he's sitting down at his desk. Did you hear him complaining the other day, saying, I now work 7 days a week and I'm so tired. And not liking all the options that are on the table. 4 of Cups. He knows it is disastrous. And then look, the outcome here. What's that? 8 of Cups. Yeah. Looks like a certain someone may have to walk away. But this as well, you know, it's really quite obvious. It's the employees, isn't it? The employees are leaving. He sacked a whole bunch of people. A lot of people are leaving the platform. I've deleted my profile as well, because you can't treat people like this. So ultimately, in the end, I think Elon is going to have to walk away from the project. But this is definitely a lot of people leaving Twitter. I think Twitter might potentially go the way of MySpace as well. Remember MySpace? Facebook came along. Yeah. So there'll be something else led maybe by a brighter mind. I think his reputation as genius is well and truly dead, because what you need for success in any form of life is common sense and decency.
Yeah, I think he's good at inventing things. You know, he's got a good inventive mind when it comes down to the reality and logics and dealing with people and running an organization. That's something totally different.
He can do it in here. He can't do it out here.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. If you got it in here, hire the people out here. They need a job too. And then that way you can all eat off the same boat. But or be stupid and then go out and jack up your whole company. I mean, go ahead. I'm not invested.
Absolutely. You know what? He probably said to himself, Twitter, well, that's hardly rocket science. Guess what? Some things are more difficult than rocket science. Social media.
And you know what's interesting too, on that 2 of Pentacles, it's modeled after a dancer. That person that's doing the juggling is a dancer. So they have a spirit of play. It's like, but then life gets a little serious and it's like, wait a minute, how do I keep these things in the air like this? Well, sometimes you can't if you don't take it seriously. So there you go.
All right. Before we move on to the next question, let's see what Shakespeare has to say about Elon Muskrat. Okay, what does he have to say? So your turn, Ganga, this time. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh. Ooh. How interesting. Okay. This is what the bard has to say. Whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel, pitiless and rough. Wow, that's how he treated his staff.
Exactly.
That is how he treated his staff, and that's from the Comedy of Errors. I'll read that again. How poignant. Wow.
Right, too.
It's incredible, isn't it? Whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel, pitiless and rough. Wow. He sent out that email and he said, you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to do blah, blah, blah. Take that severance pay, blah, blah, blah. And everyone went, okay, 75% more left. Wow.
You would have think he should get some knowledge from the Grinch and Scrooge in Christmas Story.
Yeah, you would think. You would think. And on the other page, what does it say here? Do you remember the outcome card I had was the 8 of Cups? And it says here, away, you moldy rogue, away.
I think they're all saying that about now.
Oh, absolutely. And that's from Henry IV, Part 2. Away, moldy rogue, away. Ah, well, there we are. Okay, so are we ready for the next question? Okay, so let's see. And now we're going to be on to number 4. Yeah, we're doing on time, or we're doing good on time. Okay, so today, many of you would have seen this in the news, but perhaps not. So Rishi Sunak, our new Prime Minister, has met with Volodymyr Zelensky, who of course is hero and king of the world right now. Now, this is a little bit about asking about Putinska, yeah, or Putineska as I refer to it now. So the question is, and now this is something I had as a download, I think it was on Thursday. I may have said it, but I'm going to say it again. So will winter be an off-ramp for Putin, an excuse to leave Ukraine without losing face and never returning in the spring? Yeah. So is winter an off-ramp for Vladimir Putin? That's what I sort of had as a download. I think it could be wishful thinking. But the snow has just begun to fall in Ukraine, and everyone knows it's hard to fight a war in winter. So I'm hoping that this could be a little off-ramp for Putinshka, but I want to see what you guys get. And I'm going to use my Bianco Nero deck again. Gosh, that Shakespeare was just, oh my God, so poignant. Steel heart. And does anyone know in the comments, if you could let me know how the case against Elon Musk went? There was that, was it a civil case where about 80 people have died from the self-driving cars? Have you heard about this? Tesla, about 80 people have passed. And also as well, the batteries allegedly explode as well, some of them. So anyone knew about that? Putinshka. Who's ready to go? Johnny, are you ready to go?
Again, actually, yes, believe it or not.
Go for it.
Now, will he is a whole different story, but will this be an opportunity for him to say, okay, you know, let's chill out with this and then stop it? Then yes, this will be, because I get the world card is what flew out. So this is completion. There is a level of maybe some self-gratification too, where he would say this is a success. But there is some completion here in the Six of Wands. So he may exalt himself and say that we did what we came to do. The Knight of Swords and the Seven of Wands, this quick retreat here too, or this quick action, there might be some defense on that too. So there may be something that's also pushing him back as well. So another concerted effort in that sense. And then the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. And so time and completion with the world, and then some endings. And so I think this is indeed his chance for this to be over and done with. Will he take it?
Ooh. So maybe there might be a bit more to that hit than I thought. Lady G, what do you have?
Well, I don't know. I think it's a chance for him, but I don't think he's going to take it because we have the moving forward of the delusion, his barking mad things. In the center of it, we have the retreat of community, and above it, you know, taking it off, birthing something new. But we also have going into it, the people are out in the cold, and he thinks he's sitting pretty with that. You know, I'll just drive them out and make them capitulate because they're going to have no infrastructure and they're all going to be freezing in the winter.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now, isn't it? Because he knows he can't win,
Yeah.
so he's just sabotaging. And I said a little while ago, thank you as well, Kia Oiki, so much for your donation, because do you remember I said a while ago, and I think I did it in separate videos. I said Putin will be stirring every cauldron he has, doing every spell he can to cast a harsh winter across all of Europe. Yeah. The snow has started to come, and he's just gone for power and infrastructure. I mean, he's just, anyway, we know what he is. Okay, what cards do I have? So here, the question was, will he use winter as an excuse? Now, the first card that I've got here is the Knight of Wands. So that would suggest maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe he may want to use winter to push forward with his agenda and not maybe put his troops, but try and make them as cold as possible. Yeah, there could be that element. Yeah. However, his obstacle card is the Death card. So it could be that this charging forward agenda is maybe brought to an end in some kind of way. There could be something unforeseen that Putinshka has not bargained for that basically brings, because you don't want death as your obstacle card. Yeah, let's just put it that way. You just don't want that one. And then when you look at the next card, look at this. Three of Swords. So again, heartache. You know, on one level, you could say, okay, this is what he's trying to bring, to Ukraine. But we are talking about Putin here, so that I think there's something unexpected that comes. Something, some kind of setback, maybe a matter of the heart, maybe even something that goes with the heart. But again, for entertainment purposes only. Look who comes back for the third time. Stinky fish. This is the third time I have pulled.
Are you just aside, Hogarth? You got it up your sleeve? What?
It's just incredible because in each deck, isn't it? I've been using different decks and stuff, and here he is back again. So there is some kind of unpleasant message. Could there be something to do with Putinska's health or a message from home? Either way, there is something that stops or gets in the way of this insurgency. And then when we look here, we've got the Page of Wands as the outcome card. Now, pages again talk about messages. So look, we've got messages of emotional nature. And this is, passion, the youth, something like that. I think someone or some persons are cooking up new ideas for how they want
Russia. If some of the ones he wants to send to Russia, to Ukraine, are going to say, "We're not doing this. We're freezing. We're going to all die. We can't." Maybe they'll. They'll just say, "No, we're done."
That would make sense, wouldn't it? That would make sense because he's employing all kinds of people, and Pages tends to be quite inexperienced as well. So he's getting a lot of inexperienced people to try and fight this war. A lot of them are prisoners, by the way, and they've got all different sorts of diseases and stuff. Who wants to fight in winter? No one. Yeah. And that could, in a way, could this actually be winter by default, bringing an end to this insurgency, even if Putin wants it? Could be that. Maybe the winter does. Yeah. Because that would be
because they have to bring their own clothing and supply everything. He's supplying nothing.
Yeah, literally nothing. Wow. Okay, let's see how that pans out. So that's question number 4.
Well, you can fight with snowballs. It's going to be cool.
And icicles. Yeah, exactly. Ice lollies. Yeah, just throwing ice lollies. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So the way I see that, yes, he may have to end up using it as an excuse, but maybe it's winter itself in the form of the death card causes so much grief to these ill-prepared soldiers, young and inexperienced, that they're like, we can't do it. Could be that way.
Let's hope that's it, that they just say, we're done, no more.
Yeah. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Okay, are we ready for the next question?
Absolutely.
Yeah? All right. So this is coming from Kathy Montgomery. Thank you so much for your question, Kathy. This is a good one. Will the Colorado River, the Rhine, and the Yangtze rivers return to full capacity? Yeah, I'll say that again. From Kathy. Will the Colorado, Rhine, and the Yangtze rivers return to full capacity? I think the Rhine is a bit back up to scratch, according to my German friends, but let's read on that. And I'm using for this one, I'm using my Divine Feminine deck, which I thought would be a good one for such a question. Oh, a bit shiny. Yeah. Divine Feminine. There's been huge issues, hasn't there, with the environment, droughts, floods. We've just had the whole thing. Oh, look at the foiling on this. On these cards. Well,
I think Johnny's deck he's using's got this on it as well. The edge.
Pink.
Yeah, beautiful. Very cool.
I like anything shiny and sparkly,
Mine's boring.
But your reads are never boring. Your reads are never boring, Lady G.
Sparkle.
Absolutely. Oh, let's see. Will the rivers...
Well, unfortunately, I'm ready.
Oh, go for it. Go for it.
It's not good. In the center, things are blocked, being cut. We're going to have more difficulties. We're in the mix and have to struggle through. And it's because of what? Karma, because we don't take care of the environment. I hope you guys have better cards than I do. Please tell me. please tell me I'm all wet and 108 degrees wrong.
What do you have for us, Johnie?
For the first one, I pulled one card for each. I get the Six of Pentacles. This is going to take some effort, though, some man-made effort, because the Six of Pentacles is about giving out. So this is a charity card. So not just like a put water in it type of thing. Quit doing stuff to screw it up in the first place would be nice as well. So this is going to take some outward effort. The second one, Ryan, I got yes with the Ace of Cups. May even be a bit of not just a resurgence, but a bit of an overflow, but not in a bad way. But there, and for the third one, get the Star. Now, the Star is good. I call it the most positive card, even more positive than the Sun. The Sun is positivity as itself. It's contentment and happiness, but you're already there. This means you're going to it because this is improvements. This is healing. So things are getting better, but you do have to endure the garbage first. And so the Sun or the Star is not an around the corner healing. This is going to take some time. This is going to take some effort. This is going to take some tenacity. So you're going to get there, but just endure for right now. This is your hope card. So this is the thing you cling to, knowing that it will get better if you stay on the path you are currently on. But it'll get better. Now, keep in mind, tarot does not tell you what you have to do. It tells you what you can do. So this can all go in the reverse because we still have choices to make. If you have something to throw it away, don't put it in the water. If you have, some fracking you have to do, take the wastewater out of the earth so it doesn't shake it. So there's things that we need to still do. The Star is not a okay, everything's great, so I don't have to do nothing else. No, you have a lot of effort you still need to put in, and then it will get better.
Very interesting, very interesting. And just a little bit of comeback as well on Musk in terms of here, the word he used was hardcore. That was it, this hardcore work. I couldn't remember the word. He is violating California's labor laws right and left. Can you also look at the class action lawsuit against him by former Twitter employees? Thank you. So we might have to do a one card pull on that. If we've got time at the end, and I've starred certain questions so they'll all just be in a certain section and we can go there for some one card pulls. What do I have on the rivers? So using the Divine Feminine deck, it's gorgeous. Look, I get the Sun as well. This is the Sun here. So again, look, it's been brought to the world's attention, hasn't it? It's been brought to the world's attention. We've got issues, with our rivers, with the environment. And as if to back that up, just for spirit to prove that is listening in, my next card I get here is the World, So we've got two major arcana. So this is no longer a secret and a mystery now to the world. It's just out there. I mean, the Rhine almost basically stopped working. It was so shallow in certain places, they couldn't get barges through. So how is the world going to respond to this? Well, here we are. What do I have? The Five of Swords. There's the Five of Swords here. So there's going to be arguing, argy-bargy. What shall we do about this? No one pulling in the same directions as usual. But we need to sort it out. I also get the Six of Swords as well. So could it be after some initial arguments and discussions, we've just had COP27, haven't we, for the environment? Maybe we want to move to smoother waters with the Six of Swords, trying to get our act together. But look what we get. We get the Seven of Swords as outcome. So what I think is that the Sun shows we get it. We know that it's a problem. The world has received this message in regards to the environment.
Yeah, I see it as global warming for the world too.
Oh, of course. Oh my God. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Ganga. Yeah, That could also mean
Too.
the sun can literally mean heat. Oh
Yeah.
my God, global warming. We don't get our act together because we're fighting and squabbling. We're trying to move to smoother waters, and this normally would depict a river. How interesting. But the Seven of Swords. So what this says is there might be a little bit of sabotage there. It might be a little bit of sabotage. Let me just pull. And, you
Yeah,
know,
it's
people.
interesting. They've all kind of fit together. Mine is like, this is what's happening if you don't get your act together. Johnny's is this is what you need to look at making these changes. And yours was, again, the same thing, the path.
Yeah, same
What's
thing.
happening with it?
Gonna pull a clarifier here to see if we can get any. I'm just pulling one out.
It won't change. It gets worse because we didn't get here by accident.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
But look at this. This is quite interesting. I just pulled a card and I get the Three of Cups. So could there be some kind of agreement that is reached? Yeah, because we do have COP27, and I think they've gone on for an extra day. So maybe there might be some kind of agreement. It doesn't mean they're going to necessarily carry it out.
Yeah,
But it could
I
be
pulled an extra one too, and I got an offer. Maybe they're working on something.
They're working on something. I think the world gets it. You know, the world gets it. And what we need now is no words. We need action. Action.
It's cooperation. You
Absolutely.
know that word.
Indeed. Oh, now here we are. So question number 6, and then we might do some one-card pulls after this. So everyone probably knows Merrick Garland has announced Jack Smith as special counsel for acting on behalf of the DOJ, investigating January 6th, plus anyone that helped. Yeah, so that means all of the, the douchebags, as we know, which could also mean the GOP, which I've written here. What do the cards say about this new development? So I want us to read on that. What do the cards say about this new development with the DOJ? Will it work out? Let's see. And this guy, apparently, he's prosecuted presidents for war crimes in The Hague. So this Jack Smith seems to be quite hardcore. Let's get some more comments. My cards, full lights, definitely full deck. Wild lights. Let's see. Thank you, Mary Johnson. Did he even want Twitter? Was that off? People still talking about Twitter. Okay. So, Jack Smith and the special counsel. What will the impact be for Duck L'Orange and the GOP?
Well, I'm ready. I've got
Ready?
underneath of it all, they're kind of juggling this stuff with the community, kind of up there. The center of it, we have, the happy family that was all involved in it. So looking at that, new health is coming in for this investigation, new energy. They're going to be, of course, on the defensive, pushed back to the edge because this is moving forward and they're looking at all the abuses that were there. And our main thing is what? 45 in the White House, his snake.
Oh, you just broke
that he aided it, that moved it forward and wanted to birth something new, which was called the insurrection.
My goodness, Johnie. So just to make sure that you were done there, Lady G. Yeah.
Yes.
Just to make sure you finished. Okay. Johnie, what do you have for us?
So I got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So he will be very thorough. Again, these are the analytical people. And then he has some good people in his corner and on his team as well. I don't want to be a wet blanket though. So just, it's going to be slightly damp though. Temper thy reaction to this kind of news. I got a special counsel coming in to investigate this. That does not mean that he goes to jail tomorrow and he's going to be tried and strung up from the nearest tree type thing. The Nine of Cups, so there might be an idea in our head that is grander than it actually is. And so let's just let it play out. That way we don't get disappointed if it doesn't play out like we thought it was going to with the Nine of Cups. Again, trying not to be the wet blanket, just temper is all. But there will be some surprises, Page of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, especially around evidence. Not just evidence, but monies and opportunities and emails and things that you wouldn't think people would have just lying around. But evidence. There's going to be a lot that comes out of this, though. So that is a good thing. Again, very thorough, very analytical. So we will actually get some fruit out of this labor. So we shall see.
Very interesting. And Teresa, in response to my question of someone saying I can stay in the States. So Teresa says, yes, I can clear out the dog's bed for Hogarth. Thanks a lot.
Do better than that, I'm sure.
Oh well, you know, whatever. I don't mind it. I don't mind a good laugh, a little bit of a giggle. Lots of people still talking about Twitter in the chat, so I'm just scrolling down a bit more. And okay, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then we'll do some one card pulls with the starred ones that we've got left. Right. So this whole investigation, what's it going to be looking at? What could be the potential outcomes? So the card I get, Major Arcana, looking at the Emperor, yeah, Duc L'Orange, but this can also speak to as well to the stature of the man who is carrying out this case. Mm-hmm. As you'll see, the Emperor, he has got these ram horns everywhere, yeah? So he also, Aries, yeah, deals with what? War. Yeah. This is also a man that has dealt with war crimes. So I think it's talking about Duc L'Orange, but I think it's also talking about the stature of Jack Smith. Yeah, so this is a no-nonsense person. This is very serious patriarchal energy here. Anyway, the next card I get that comes out, this maybe could be what he's investigating, yeah? Or it's come in the obstacle position. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can, of course, talk about money, etc., and all of this stuff, but it can also represent fool's gold. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Has there been a certain someone who thinks himself an emperor who has been a little bit foolish? But it's not only that, there's been so much money involved, so much backing and all of that stuff. And we've got 1,240 with us right now. Thanks so much. But what could this money be connected with? Look who turns up again. Trying to get away with something, but also one of my Russia cards. So we're starting to see a little thing here, aren't we? Duc L'Orange.
You know what I got? I was reading this morning, and I was thinking maybe some of the Russia stuff may be coming in, all the ones that are, linked in on Russia's payroll. So that could be.
Yeah, would look like it, wouldn't it? Because he's going to investigate.
The opportunity.
Exactly. He's going to investigate everything. Yeah. So he's going to be looking. So in a way, the cards are doing double duty here. Because this is Duc L'Orange, but it's also the stature of the person doing the investigation. Exactly. Looking at the money and the funding, potentially from Russia, which we all know is there. Now, look at these two outcome cards. We have the victory card. So we've got here the Six of Wands. Yeah. So what this suggests to me, I think there will be some success in this investigation. Some people are a little bit upset because all the evidence is there on the wall already. And there's no reason to delay indicting this guy. However, what I've said in earlier readings is that I see things really going south for Trump in 2023. I've always said that. In October in particular is when it really starts to go down. So, it could take a little while. But I don't think it's going to go as smoothly as everyone would like. Look, we've got the embattled card here. But again, this is double duty. This could speak to the difficulties potentially in the investigation itself and bringing people to hand. But this could also speak about the attitude of Duc L'Orange and the GOP. Yeah, they're going to be feeling very embattled. So, yes.
And keep in mind, too, what we see on TV. Oh, they found this, they got this, they got this. They can't build legal cases out of news stories. So you have to actually get evidence in place. You have to get a case in place because you know what he's going to do. On his side is just stall tactics. But they need a solid case. That way, if you take it to court, there is no squirming out of it. This is what we got. This is what you're going to get. The end.
Absolutely. I mean, in reality, if they really, really wanted to just get him, they could just do him on the papers, the top secret papers, open and shut case, red-handed, hand literally in it, But we have to see. All right, now maybe we can do this for some one-card pulls because look, yes, we've reached the hour. Already. So this one's coming from Lisa Steinheiser. And she's asked, can you all read on why Kari Lake, and I call her Kari Weathervane, because she turns to the side, whichever the political wind is blowing strongest, She's changed so much. So Kari Weathervane went to see Trump at Mar-a-Lago, but why? Why did she go? So let's do a one-card pull each on why, according to our question, Kari Lake went to see Duck Larange in Mar-a-Lago. And we'll do after three.
She's wondering. She's
wait, Johnny, we're supposed to do it after three.
Oh, well, let me get another one.
Don't worry. Well, just see that as the prelude. Okay, so you got a card. All right, pick one more. But you did pick a lantern, didn't you? It was just to see what was happening. So anyway, yeah. Okay, you ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Is it, so what do you have, Johnny, and how do you interpret that?
10 of Swords. There is an ending. She may have had a severe loss, and she is looking for a port in a storm, more than likely.
Oh, Lady G, how do you interpret your card?
Yeah, I get putting light on the subject. She wants to go and see what's actually going on with 45.
Oh, you just broke up a little bit.
And, his running mate.
Ah, and look at this. I get the star, but in reverse. So when the star is the right way up, renewal, rebirth, etc., new beginnings, all of this stuff. But you know what? One of my other interpretations for the star, and maybe not everyone would agree with this, but for me, it can represent the narcissist, Revert, because look, why do I say that? All of the stars here, spotlight, lights, camera, action, and it's reversed. So sometimes I can refer to this as the narcissist. And these are two big narcissists together. So what I think these two have done is gone down, and she's gone there to stir the pot with Duck Larange. He would have given her a bit of a upbraiding and saying, well, you lost, blah, blah, blah. But what we need to remember is everyone's like, she lost. She didn't get a shellacking. She lost by a hair's breadth. So
she's done the one thing he loved. She's backed him the whole time. And that card, the star card, is my card for Trump.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't think people may not want to hear this, but I just have to go on my gut. I don't think this is the last of Kari Lake. That's why I call her Kari Weathervane. She will go whichever way the political wind is blowing. She's very sly and cunning. Yes, she did lose, but only just. So she may be nuancing her message with Duck Larange to see what kind of mishegoss they can stir. So I don't think it's the end of her yet. She's very, very sly. But anything else, folks, to add to that before we close the show? The hour has gone. Anything to add to that, or are we all good?
I think it's still a loss because she was not supposed to lose at all. Yeah. This is Arizona. It's not, California. She wasn't supposed to lose at all. And especially when you believe that you're doing the right thing by backing the Medusa, as I call them. So it's the closer you get, the worse you are. Like, I don't understand why people think that he is still going to be their saving grace in 2024. It's just, but go ahead. Why learn from history?
Yeah.
It's not important. It's the
Bit
fact.
delusional. Any other words to add, Lady G, before we close the show?
I think good.
Brilliant. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for all of your donations as well. We would have liked to do more one card pulls, but maybe next week we'll have maybe more of a 50-50 blend because they can be very concise. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening, especially as there's so much choice out there, and you've probably watched absolutely everyone now. I know I'm, I do my cycles as well every Saturday as well to keep up to date. So thanks so much for that. Thank you, Johnie, as well for joining us this week. We need to have you back. It's very nice to hear your perspective as well, isn't it? You've got a different style, and I like your interpretation of cards. And Lady G, of course, always wonderful, always glamorous. And we will see you all next week. Thanks for joining us again. Thanks for the donations. And ta-ta from now. All right. Bye-bye from now, everybody. Cheers.